Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 113 of the Alter Ego Podcast. I'm your host, Jack Austin. With me, as always, Mr. Ryan. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm living the dream, man. I'm living 0 to 60, 9 to 5, 365 days a year. My sweet Petunia.
Oh, you know.
Hey, what about leap years?
She's tired.
I am tired.
So what about leap years?
That means I go extra hard a couple days.
All right.
What's that, 4 days? Every 4 years?
Hey, Nello.
What's up?
How you doing, buddy?
Bro, I just had some Indian food getting ready for this episode today.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
What'd you have?
Butter chicken.
Oh,
That's the
we
I
went
love it.
somewhere.
I love it.
We got to go one night. We went somewhere recently local, like last week or the week before. Oh my gosh, it was so good. So good. Just straight authentic Indian. I almost said Italian.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Sorry, I got Tony Nels on the brain because I know we got a commercial coming up. There's the segue.
Yeah.
You don't tell me how to segue.
Okay.
Don't you dare.
Anyway, it was really,
tell
really
me how
good.
to segue.
It was really good. It was up in Largo.
I like those like fried things with like the potatoes and stuff inside. Those are really good. Samosas or something.
I don't know.
Fried things with potatoes
I like
inside.
naan.
And why did you get Indian food to prepare for Miss Marvel?
I had to get into the like mindset.
But she's not Indian.
No, she's not Indian.
Pakistani, Indian. I don't know where there's a Pakistani restaurant.
Wow.
She technically did come from England, India, right?
England. See, neither of us
At
can get
one
it right.
point, they were in India. Yeah.
Okay, see, there you go.
Anyway,
really care.
Indian food rocks. So
is.
what
It's really
does it
good.
matter?
I was trying to get the region, all right, bro?
I like the spice. It's amazing.
He wanted something other than us American pizza
Right.
cheeseburger
Right.
style food.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good.
That's basically where we live. That's the avenue we live on.
Sure. Ford Supply Company.
Wow, you couldn't even start
I
with
know.
Tony Anello's.
I know.
We're talking about food.
Well,
That's okay.
you know, they still haven't gotten me an ad.
Whoa.
So
I'm in the living flesh. What more ads do you want?
I will
Nello
say
is
this.
in the
One of your favorite hosts, Miss Megan's birthday was this weekend.
It was on Saturday.
Yeah. And we went and celebrated at Tony and Nello's.
Yes,
We did?
Yeah.
Yes.
Was I there?
Yes.
Yeah, you are.
So were you.
Yeah, I was.
Well, you were there.
It was
Yeah.
a lot of fun.
I got a
Yes.
friend request from that table. That was cool.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Who friend requested
I
you?
think his wife.
My wife?
Oh. You haven't had Abby as your friend?
I mean,
My wife is never really on social media. It's funny because she was actually scrolling the other day to see like the people she knew.
Yeah.
And she goes, "Hey, it's Nello." And she's like, "I'm not going to add him. He might think it's weird." I'm like, just add him.
Oh, man.
I was feeling good. I was like, yay.
Yeah, man. That's awesome. She's super cool. She's good people to have as your friend. But yeah, it was delicious. It was delicious. I tried to have something new. I forget
I
what
did.
I got. I wanted to get something new, and then I read it and realized I ordered something I had ordered so many times before.
I ordered the manicotti, and I will possibly not get anything else for the next several times that I go there.
Hey,
It was
there was
effing
some.
delicious.
You
I
guys
made
like
some
that?
new
Probably,
dishes. It was
possibly.
I know, because I'm very unsure. Everything I've had there is good, but that I literally finished that manicotti yesterday, and I've been thinking about it.
You
since.
got
So
it
what's the
right.
difference between manicotti and
That just has
cannelloni?
like 3 cheeses in it. And
Okay.
yours has like ground beef and like other meats and stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's basically just
Same thing, just cheese.
But she did it right. Like,
lasagna
she,
sheets.
No,
the
but you-
meatball
rolled in.
and mushrooms, like she did it good.
You
Yeah.
did the new thing, the new shrimp dish.
Yeah, I did.
That one needs to go on the menu.
What
Everybody was a fan
was
of that one.
It's like it's like egg battered shrimp fried. We have that on the menu. But
Yeah.
then I made like a special sauce
It was like a lemon
with like
sauce.
a caper and brandy.
Brandy.
But I think I might have put too much lemon.
I disagree. Actually, I think the lemon is what made it pop.
Yeah, same for me. And I don't
Yeah,
really like
when I
shrimp at all.
tasted that lemon, I was like, y'all ain't gonna like this, just so nobody else would try to touch it.
I tried. It was like one of my first full weekends in the kitchen, and it was a rough one, but we did it.
Good
I had
deal.
to hit you with something new. It's like Jordan's back in the game. Let's see what he's got.
This is not Wizards Jordan, though.
Hey,
Not yet.
he
This is
didn't
second run with
disappoint.
the Bulls,
I'm
Jordan.
actually gonna go home and try to eat half. I'm gonna eat half of it.
You left it
'cause
like
you
5
still-
Oh
days.
my God,
worth of
you did.
pasta.
You left with.
Yeah, my fridge is full of pasta.
Well, you're welcome. What do you want from me?
Nothing. Hey, I'm
You got
all
an
for
extra
it.
one because I messed up. So
Ford Supply Company.
There's your
They offer a
commercial. That was
curated line
authentic.
of craft soaps and beard care. Handmade in the USA.
As long as we don't talk about soap like last week.
Beard Balm, beard oil, FordSupply.com. Free U.S. shipping on all orders over $35 and get an additional 10% off your order with the promo code Alter Ego.
Breathe.
Ford Soap, real soap.
No bullshit.
None.
That's
No.
about
no bullshit.
a 10 for Ryan. That's about as loud as he gets.
Yeah, that is absolute maximum volume right there.
That's pushing it, man.
I feel like I'm yelling right now.
Whoa. Come on. We have gotten into it on
He's
other
starting
shows
to
that we've
sweat.
done together. You get louder than this.
No, he doesn't.
Not really.
He has.
I
telling
try.
When I was talking shit about the Titans on the sport on the Cigar City Sports, he's gotten a little
That's
rowdy.
kind of true.
Yeah, but the energy gets amped up, not the low.
Yeah,
the
no,
levels.
the voice. It does. It's weird.
Yeah.
Because I used to sit here and watch
It
this.
is weird because I was trying to record him for something for Seven Lamb. I was like, "Can you go a little more?" He's like, "This is about where I go."
I try to watch
was
the
like,
little squigglies
hey,
to
bro,
see
can
where
you-
I'm at compared to everybody else. And when I have like the long big ones, I'm like, okay, I'm doing good. And then I look at
He
the other ones
watches
and I'm like,
what
nah.
he's talking about is we have the audio recording device here, which is essentially GarageBand up here. And when my levels are there, I'm cracking the mic. I'm always way loud. Same with my beautiful Temptress
Oh, I'm
over here.
loud.
But Ryan has to fight because sometimes it's peaks and valleys when he starts talking.
Yes.
So if you ever have trouble hearing Ryan, let us know. We'll
Yeah.
turn his mic way
He
way up.
loses his voice every Monday evening at our house.
I'm not a loud person. And it's just super hard for me to be that loud. I feel like I'm yelling.
I gotta say
really
though,
do.
from the moment we've started, I've gotten you out of your shell quite a bit.
Yes.
I'm gonna take personal credit for that.
Yeah.
Just jabbering you
Do
with
it.
questions.
Oh, man.
Oh man, let's
Being put
get
on the
into
spot
it.
is
Let's
lovely.
get into
Let's
it.
dive. There's so much.
Yes, there's so much. Obviously, if you're looking at the date and you're familiar with all this kind of stuff, Comic-Con was this last weekend.
San Diego.
Yeah, San Diego Comic-Con 2022. Something that I kind of felt was really dying, right? I was like, Comic-Con's not really a thing. Everybody has their own marquee event now where they're saving all the big announcements, the big stuff. I was like, coming up to Comic-Con, I was like, I really don't think I need to monitor much because I think Marvel's waiting for D23 to drop all their stuff. And then this weekend was like, they dropped so much. They really shed a lot of light on stuff. Some of it might actually make me some money, but either way, it was exciting.
He's got a
Some
point.
money, a whole $1.
November 23rd,
But
2023.
you know what? If there's even a sneeze of changing the date, it's going to be like January 2024. And I'm going to go to every bank in this county to find the crispiest dollar. And I hope you do the same.
I will.
Hopefully they're like, you know what? Everything's going so well on Blade. We moved it up, actually.
I'm going to go to the I need the crispiest dollar you have. Starch that bad boy. I need it like rough.
I need
like
it ironed.
You actually
gotta
think it's going to come
stand
out
up.
in the 2023? They haven't even filmed a scene.
They've started pre-production,
It is
though. That's a
scheduled
good
for
sign.
November.
That's a
We're
good
talking
sign.
about Blade. Did you say that already?
Yeah.
The poor listeners are like, what the fuck are they talking about?
Okay, yeah, let's get to that because there's so much stuff to talk about. If we get derailed early, we're going to be in trouble.
Yes.
Let's start with video games. One that I thought was really, really cool. I was upset earlier when Discord signed that deal with PlayStation. I was like, damn, I use Discord for a lot of stuff. By the way, if you want to check out the Alter Ego Podcast Discord, it is on there under Seven Lamb Productions. Message the page. Come reach out to us. Email us something. Alter Ego Podcast 2 at Gmail, I think it is. Let us know. We'll get you an invite so you can go in there and mix it up with us. It's a lot of fun. We have a lot of good conversations, sometimes about the episodes, sometimes about stuff that we've watched recently. So if you have time and you want to get down on the Discord, please send us a message or just look for us.
I didn't know we had this show has a Discord. I'm down now.
Yeah, it does. This show has a Discord, but it is under Seven Lamb,
I'm
where
a
it
Discord
belongs.
version. I'm trying to get my Discord on.
Yeah, you should.
How do I do this?
Oh, well,
What do I need?
So you need to go download the Discord app, sign up, and then I'll get you the invite to the Seven Lamb Podcast Discord, and that way you could jump in.
Do you have avatars? Because if you have an avatar, it's got to be Zenyatta.
That'd be amazing. I
on
don't have,
Discords.
I don't have an avatar, and I don't think Discord does either. Yeah, it's Alter Ego Podcast 2 at gmail.com. So if you have any questions or anything about the show, send it there. So, without further ado, now Discord is getting support over to Xbox Live, and you'll be able to have your Discord chats and seamlessly go over to Xbox Live. Whereas if you're even having a telephone conversation on Discord, you can seamlessly transfer that call from Discord on your phone to the app and on your headset, which is pretty cool. Nice. I will honestly be happy with using that exclusively because I love Discord. I think it's great.
I guess I'm really gonna have to learn it then.
That's one of the only things I know about in terms of video games. I did see some news about a Black Panther video game being in development, but that's all the news there was on it, so I didn't feel the need to really jump into that. Couple other quick things. I mean, I'm telling you guys, there's so much to talk about from Comic-Con, so we're jumping through a couple of little things. Hercules, the live-action remake, is being done by the Russo brothers. And they say they're going to try to put a modern spin on the classic story, which reading the details into their comics kind of just meant they're going to, or into their comments meant they're going to have a little comedy in it. And it's going to be a more modern thing. If it's live CGI, let me tell you something, guys. It's my only comment about the Hercules live action movie. If you guys do a live action movie and do not cast Danny DeVito as Phil, I don't know what your problem is. I don't know who hurt you as a child. He's perfect. They modeled him after that for the cartoon.
So are we talking about Hercules from the MCU?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
This is Hercules Disney, the Hercules.
Oh, so they got, like with Pegasus and...
Yes. And Philatides, I think, was his full name.
I thought you were talking about after the... Spoiler alert. The end of Thor Love and Thunder, that Hercules.
No.
And I was like, they're already making a movie about that guy?
No. He's going to probably be the main guy in Thor 4.
Okay. Seems legit.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, guys, come on. Let's start this campaign now. Can we get Danny DeVito as Phil, please? He doesn't need to do a lot of action. He doesn't need to do any running whatsoever.
It's his perfect role.
He's a CGI character. It's literally made for him. He's a lazy satyr who's upset about training somebody. He could even reprise the guy from Always Sunny and just be him.
That would be amazing.
Anyway.
Oh, man, freaking Danny DeVito.
Mortal Kombat 2, the director Simon McQuoid, Quoid, I think that's McQuoid, will return for the sequel with Moon Knight's head writer Jeremy Slater.
You know, I always get excited for these Mortal Kombat movies because, like, I'm a fan. But then, like, the last one with the golden... no. But I'm excited if this Moon Knight guy... These Moon Knight people can take Mortal Kombat at its essence.
You didn't like the newest character.
No.
I didn't either.
I thought it was, like, not needed.
They made Liu Kang just kind of like this secondary nobody. And I was kind of like,
You have enough characters.
Not to mention, you need to cast The Miz from WWE as Johnny Cage.
Oh, shit. That's a good casting.
Like, that's really... He's made for that role. And he's already come out publicly and said he wants to be that. So, I mean, what's the holdup? Can I just cast all your movies for you guys? Just call me. I'm here to help.
So this is the second one to the last one.
Yes.
Yeah. And they're changing the director?
No, same director, new head writer.
He's just a different... Although I thought they were all written already.
Moonlight was really, really good.
Supposedly done, like...
Not that I'm aware of.
Oh.
All I know is, I mean, come on, guys. And you know what? You can even do the cheesy thing and resurrect characters that have died already.
I was going to say, can we just get a reboot?
They don't need to say permanently dead.
That was terrible.
Make it some outworld thing where they don't actually die and they come back. Because I want to see Goro back. Mm-hmm. I want to see Sub-Zero again.
Shao Kahn.
Hey, you know what I want to see? I want to see the Mortal Kombat tournament.
Yeah, the actual tournament.
Period.
Yeah.
I do want to see that. I'd like to see some Shang Tsung. I'd like to see Sub-Zero and Scorpion. Like, even those, like, we don't even need all the characters. You could just do a Sub-Zero Scorpion movie alone.
Yeah.
That was them. That was what this was.
It's what it was meant to be, for sure.
But it, like, definitely, like, in the beginning, yes, and then, like, towards the middle, it just veered off into something that God knows what it was.
Well, not to mention, they kind of really got me on the hype train with the actor who plays Scorpion, because I love him. I forget his name. The Japanese guy who's now kind of feels like the token Japanese guy in every single movie.
True.
Because he's so fantastic. He started off in Last Samurai. I can't remember his name. Can we look up his name? But
I'm on it, boss.
He's going to be back and you only put him in that movie for 2 minutes.
Yeah. You definitely need to bring Kano back.
Yeah. Kano made that first movie.
Damn sure did.
He really was the best part of that whole thing.
His name is Hiroyuki Sanada.
Could you just not do it like that, though?
Oh, wow.
That was really bad.
Fine.
Yeah, Hiroyuki Sanada. Jesus, that was...
He's great, though.
Terrible.
Good God, Nello. Anyway, moving on.
You stick to your Italian.
Yeah. Say that in the Italian accent.
I've been watching Iron Chef at home, so I'm I was taking notes from the Chancellor.
Yeah. Oh, the Chancellor.
Duh.
Okay, so his energy is what you were bringing.
Thank you.
He used to be the guy in Double Dragons.
Yeah. Double Dragons one I'd love to see rebooted.
Bro, that was my movie when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times I rented that from Blockbuster. And for you kids to know what Blockbuster was, it was this building where they used to have movies and video games, and you have to go down there and pick them up and bring them back to your house. And you had to return them in like 3 to 5 days.
I really hope everybody's like, yeah, dude, I know what Blockbuster is.
And
if
you
you're out there and you don't know, right, it did cassettes for the longest time.
Yeah.
The tapes, and that was their tagline, be kind, rewind, because you didn't want to not rewind the movie, and then you get it, and you either start off right in the middle, you put the movie in, it's on the credits, and you had to rewind it. Then DVDs came along, and then they realized we can stream all this stuff. You don't need any of this. Anyway, rip Blockbuster.
Rip.
Let's get into DC, shall we? They actually have news this week.
What?
There's things to talk about.
Peacemaker Season 2?
God, I hope so. I need the Vigilante spinoff series.
Yes, we do.
I could watch full seasons of that guy.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
He is honestly, now I love John Cena. I thought Peacemaker was cool, but Vigilante was the best thing to come out of the DC universe in a long time.
100% agree.
I would watch 2 seasons of Vigilante before I would watch Black Adam.
I don't know. I mean, that Eagle's he's up there too.
Eagly?
I have that Funko Pop coming.
That's awesome.
He hugs people.
He's just a bald eagle with the American flag, so I naturally needed it.
What?
I'm
He's
all
not
about the
hugging
Eagles.
anybody?
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
he's got to be hugging
there is
somebody.
a Peacemaker one with
With
Eagly
him
hugging
hugging
him,
Eagly.
but I didn't want that one. I wanted the Americana.
She didn't care about Peacemaker.
No, I wanted the Funko Pop with the bald eagle and the American
Anyway, on to DC. Rumored Joker 2 fully in production. Joaquin Phoenix set to earn $20 million to reprise that role.
Is it really going to be a musical?
That's what I'm hearing. Is that
What
it's supposed to be a musical?
flag.
Joker
Peacemaker?
2.
Oh, Joker 2 is going to
Supposed
be
to be a
musical?
musical.
Yeah.
And I think, who's supposed to...
Todd
Maybe.
Phillips.
But who's supposed to be Harley Quinn?
Lady Gaga.
Gaga?
Oh, I'm down for that.
I'm out of
Speaking
that.
of which,
We'll see.
you might already be going over this. Anything about Margot Robbie coming out on your thing here?
No, she's not on the caveat today.
Then speaking of which, and I won't spend too much time on it, I just saw a thing the other day.
Just hijack my whole list.
I don't
No,
know.
go for
I
it,
don't
baby.
know how legitimate it is, but I just saw the other day that she might be playing, what's her name, Frost
Killer
from the
Frost?
X-Men.
Oh, Emma Frost?
Yes,
Sign me up.
Margot Robbie or whatever her name is.
Listen, Margot Robbie is a pretty face for sure.
Yeah, she definitely is.
We can't argue that.
Those
But-
chicks
But
can
her
get clapped.
acting
She-
skills are
for
on
real.
effing point.
Like, that's the thing is, like, not since Sandra Bullock have I seen somebody so exquisite, like a living, breathing angel that
Wow.
can actually act.
Right?
Sandra Bullock?
that's his,
I will
that's his
break
hall
your
pass.
jaw.
Sandra Bullock is his hall pass.
I don't
It's the
condone
one
violence.
celebrity.
But if a
I'm not gonna
nasty
get in a
word
fight over
comes out
Sandra
of your
Bullock, I can
mouth
tell you
over
that.
Sandra Bullock, I'll come across this table.
I think Margaret Robbie
I'll come from the
is better.
side of this table.
Okay.
I'm just saying she's better.
I'm going to get upset. Anyway.
Sorry, I didn't mean to hijack your
No,
list.
it's okay.
But that would be pretty awesome if she
Yeah.
ended up in the MCU.
So-
She definitely should.
Does that mean you're going to go watch Barbie?
Oh, I'm watching Barbie.
With Ryan Gosling
I'll be watching Barbie.
as homeless Ken.
I mean, I'm
That's not a joke.
Is
honestly,
he really homeless? I have no idea.
In the movie, he's homeless. He doesn't have a job. He doesn't have anything going for him.
That's fine.
That's a story that's actually on our Instagram.
I mean, I don't necessarily plan on like going and seeing it.
no.
That will be like when that
If
shit's
you
out on
do,
HBO
you will
Max.
go alone.
Yeah, no.
See that.
What's a Barbie movie consist of? An hour and a half, 2 hours? Like what?
That's a wonderful question. I wish I had the answer for you.
Aquaman's "I'm a Barbie girl"
So
over and over on loop.
Yeah.
It's not. They're not using the song.
No, they're not.
They're not using the song. So what's the point of going to see the movie at all?
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, I mean, for real.
Wow.
If she doesn't have a pink Jeep, I'm never watching a Barbie
I
movie
think she
again.
has a pink vehicle. For
Yeah,
sure.
right. It's a
I think
convertible.
they've
Oh, is it like a
already
Corvette?
shown the pink.
The Corvette and the Wrangler Jeep, those are the two, when I was growing up, they were the big deals. That's why I want a Wrangler
Dang.
so bad.
You need to reel this in, or we're going to keep going.
I think
know.
I saw this Ryan Gosling picture of him from the movie with
you
the
have.
bleached
He's
blonde hair.
blonde hair. He looks homeless.
And
That's
it says
what's
it
so
about
great.
it. And I think I was set to report something on it. And then it was just so not important that I was like,
Why didn't
yeah,
you just
I'm done.
Google him, Ken?
Because it's not important. Anyway, moving on. Funny news. Justice League Snyder Cut. I know there's a lot of PTSD floating around this room talking about the Snyder Cut.
That's
Oh,
terrible.
man.
Wow.
Wow.
I found the
but-
picture.
Wow.
She found the picture, but there's an actual story on him. He is
Oh, I'm
homeless
sorry.
in the movie.
There's the whole bit
Nightmare
with
fuel right there.
Wow.
the six pack that's probably
so
air sprayed on.
the Snyder Cut.
No,
The release-
Ryan Gosling's yoked.
Yeah, he is.
That's true.
The Snyder Cut social media campaign used, I think the number was 40% fake accounts to boost that campaign to get them to release that movie. And I think 38% of them were owned by Zack Snyder.
Zack Snyder. Yeah.
Oh, I did see that.
You know
was
what's
like,
sad is it didn't
fake
make it better.
accounts?
It
No.
didn't make it any better.
No, I disagree. I
Yeah.
think it did make it much better, but it was so much of a trash fire that like the amounts that it reached did not make it worth
No.
the hours that you spent. And that was my thing. If you had this long to tell a story and it doesn't make it immaculate, then what was the point?
I'm not
Anyway.
gonna lie. I would have watched it. I would have preferred that version, the longer version, the first time.
Yeah.
I would have been cooler with it.
It would have been a better movie.
Yeah.
It would have been received much better had they released that version.
I just think you needed more out of the Flash. You needed more out of
Everybody.
other people. Yeah.
Everybody.
Doctors are prescribing that movie to insomniacs to go to bed. That's how bad that movie was.
Shut the
Wow.
fuck up.
I'm just telling you the truth.
That's not a real thing.
No, of course not.
He goes, I'm just, hold on. I want to break down that. I'm just telling you the truth. You made that up. I know I did.
Of course I did. Obviously, doctors aren't
You didn't even
prescribing Ben
stick
Affleck.
to. You didn't even stick to the lie for one line.
Look at she interrogated me. I got nervous under the spotlight.
That's what I did. I
Golly,
interrogated him.
let me tell you something, guys. Don't ever commit a crime with Nello.
Oh, get out
Because
of
he
here
is
with
going to
that.
gas you up right away.
Bro, he's gonna be like Anthony Anderson and Transformers. No, we're
See
not
the
gonna
donuts?
say Nothing.
I ate the whole plate.
He did it.
Yep.
No way. No.
Wow. Okay, so let's talk about some of the Comic-Con announcements.
Hold on. Before you brought up Black Adam, right? They asked The Rock about who was gonna.
Do you mind if I tell my story, the stuff that I have here? Is that okay, or do you want to hijack, or do you want to wait and see if it happens? Huh? Do you want to wait and see if we talk about it, Nello?
See how he treats me, and then
I
he treats
mute.
you.
I mute his mic in other shows. I will do it here.
I was just
Don't make me mute you, boy.
I was just so excited.
Double timeout.
Just assume. All right, guys. Ryan, this is why you're my favorite man. I fucking love you, buddy.
Then there's me.
Just
Seriously,
go with the
I got the
flow.
screen watcher. I'm literally sitting catty corner so she doesn't look at my screen. It's not doing anything.
The screen watcher.
She leans back and she's that person that you used to play on split screen.
Oh, yeah,
that
that was
automatically knows exactly where you are, and you're just like, damn, they keep finding me. And you look over and you can see that you're like, hey, quit watching my screen.
That is her. You cannot play GoldenEye with her.
No.
She is not to be trusted.
No, that was one where you had to do the back-to-back TVs and sit on the other side.
Or
I've
get
done
the
that
4
to you,
pieces
like-
of cardboard and put them in
I've probably
the
done
way.
that to you at least half a dozen times where I'm like, oh, aren't you going to bring up the thing? And you're just stare at me.
Yeah.
Like, death stare.
Jeez
Literally was the
Louise.
next thing or the final thing, whatever.
So the
I do
first
it to you
thing I
all
was
the
going to
time.
talk about was the Shazam Fury of the Gods trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Which I didn't know Lucy Liu was in that movie. She plays one of the antagonists, and so does Helen Mirren. So we get to see a lot of Digimon Hansu, who I thought was done. I thought he was out. But turns
Guess
out
he's
he's
in there,
not.
huh?
He's
Like
in that, and all the kids are in it, and I really don't understand Shazam's universe. So I was like, okay, it looks cool. It looks fun.
It's my favorite DC movie.
I have a
Is it?
confession.
It really is.
I still haven't seen Shazam.
It's actually good.
It's really good. It's a really good movie. It's a really good watch.
I think that and Aquaman were the two best offerings that we got out of that run.
Yeah.
Aquaman for me, for personal reasons, being my favorite.
You just love those abs. Don't lie.
Or my son is obsessed with Aquaman being his number one hero.
True.
Yeah. Take your foot. Just pick it up. Pick your foot up real quick.
No.
Right in your mouth. No, but the trailer looked fun. It looked like a good movie. I mean, DC cannot do wrong right now by me because I just don't care. So I'll go to see the media and be like, oh, cool. But I have no expectation.
Yeah, when that bar is already on the floor, it's like...
Seriously. The bar's on the floor and there's a sign that says, you don't have to pick me up, just watch me. Oh, cool.
How low can it go?
I mean, exactly. I mean, right now, this is like, I don't know, gas station burgers versus McDonald's. And Marvel being McDonald's, they're so far ahead. They've got so much stuff going for them. They got chains all across so many countries around the world. Things are going so well. And the mom and pop is like, now we're adding bacon. They're like, we don't care. It still takes 15 minutes for you to get me a burger.
I was going to say, honestly, I think right now is the point where DC has a chance to actually level that playing field.
And it's only because nobody cares.
Yeah.
I mean, right? I mean,
that, and honestly, I don't think the MCU's doing too great right now either. If we're being honest.
I mean, I've been the champion for Phase 4 for a long time now. And I've got some news for today.
Okay.
We've got things to talk about to get you on the hype train. But yes, so the other trailer we got was a more involved Black Adam trailer. And yes, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson showed up at Comic-Con in full costume. It's the most Dwayne Johnson thing you've ever seen. It's him standing there in the skin-tight outfit, just flexing and sitting there while they're playing Lightning in the background, and him saying, the balance of power is about... I'll be like, nobody cares!
Did he do The Rock? The eyebrow in that?
It's a bad angle. I don't know if he did or not. The people at Comic-Con could probably tell us.
Oh.
But I was just like, there is no power in the DC universe right now. What balance of power? So what Nello was about to talk about...
I think he's talking about Vin Diesel.
Is
he's right in there and it's like, bro, family.
Yeah. DC ain't got no family.
Yeah, they don't. That's terrible.
But The Rock got booed.
Oh, man.
The Rock got booed. Because they asked him, because he keeps talking about the balance of power shifting, and they say, do you think Black Adam can beat Superman? And Dwayne Johnson replied, it depends on who's playing Superman. And he is implying that Henry Cavill will not be back as Superman. And when he implied that, he was met with resounding boos in Hall H.
They did not like that.
They did not like hearing that Henry Cavill was not going to be Superman.
But he didn't say that he wasn't, but he didn't say that he was. He just said we don't know who it's going to be.
So we've reported on this before that Michael B. Jordan is going to not be playing Kal-El, not be playing Clark Kent, playing a different version of a Superman, which I'm so down with.
Yeah.
I'm on board with that. And he could have been referring to that. However, right now, the guy is Henry Cavill.
How do you follow that? Like, who wants to be that guy? Literally nobody.
Right. It's hard to...
That's like following Christopher Reeves.
Right. Well, no, it's hard to pick up these iconic characters.
The original, the back in the day that everybody loves him. It's like, I mean, obviously there was some pretty decent reasons as to why
Dean
that
Cain
went.
wasn't
I would
that
say
bad.
Dean Cain's my Superman. Don't you Christopher Reeve me.
I'm just saying, I don't really care because I wasn't around for that
Dean
guy.
Cain was a shit.
But I'm just saying, it's like that I was using that as a comparison.
Yeah.
Because
but you're right. It's like following Heath Ledger as the Joker.
Right.
You don't want to. You don't want to follow it when somebody's just recently knocked it out of the park,
especially when he's done so good in the role.
Yeah.
But I mean, those movies haven't really been the greatest. Like
they're
not his fault.
You're right. They're not.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like he might have been a decent enough Superman, but if the movie's not really great, what does Michael B. Jordan have to look up to? I mean, you're talking about a guy who's already played the Human Torch.
Oh no, we're not talking about the movie. Yeah,
he can go be Superman easy and kill that. You know what I mean?
I don't disagree. I think he'd be an amazing Superman.
Yeah.
I'd love to see his version and Kal-El and Henry Cavill's version of Superman. I want to see them both. Mm-hmm. But I just think at the end of the day, it's not the movie. It's the way that character resonates with you as an audience. And sure, the movie's not that great. The storyline wasn't that great. But that Superman was Superman. Yep. He was the shit. He was great.
Yeah,
so
that's
that's why
spot on.
people are identifying with him as the character. Obviously, the movies were, we'll talk about it, but it's DC. So now that you're saying, okay, the one good thing you liked, that won't be back.
I know, right? The one
Yeah.
good thing everybody
So-
was like a constant variable. Like, yes, we want him as our Superman. They're like, you know what? That's a bad idea. We'll just scrap that.
Yeah.
And that's why DC is
I
what
mean,
it is.
technically, couldn't he be another person from Krypton?
That's the point. Michael B. Jordan will
Yeah.
be another person from Krypton.
Oh yeah, then I'm okay with that.
And
'Cause
I'm so
'cause
down with that.
Then you can still have Henry Cavill be actual Superman.
Exactly. And I don't want recasts, retelling. Give me something new. You give me this Michael B. Jordan Superman that I don't know anything about. You can do whatever you want, and I'll like it because I won't look at it and go, "Oh, that's not what you." Or not me personally, but
Yeah.
people won't look at that and go, "Oh, that's not how it was in the comics," because they don't know any better. Now you've got original content. You got stuff to work with.
You know what? This is a perfect time to make Superman be bad and hate people.
Didn't they do that with Batman
They did,
versus Superman?
but I'm just saying, is if they
No,
introduce
Superman wasn't the bad guy. in that
Michael
one.
B. Jordan, then there's someone who can actually combat him.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about an evil Superman.
Yeah.
I'd be down with it. All right. Well, hey, let's take our first break because we're getting ready to get into Miss Marvel and then the Comic-Con stuff. We're going to talk briefly about Miss Marvel, guys. There's not really enough to jump in and talk about it, to be completely honest, but there's so much Comic-Con stuff to talk about. So we'll take our quick break. We'll be right back. And we're back. Thank you so much for listening to those commercials. We hate them too, I promise. So, not a lot to talk about with Miss Marvel, to be completely honest with you guys. We're going to go right into it. We're going to talk a little bit of spoilers. So if you don't want to have spoilers for Miss Marvel, fast forward a little bit and get to the Comic-Con stuff because that is a juicy meatball. You don't want to miss that part. My overall thoughts on Miss Marvel, I think it's got kind of the Black Panther treatment where nobody wants to touch it because it's all Pakistani and Middle Eastern cast, crew, directors, everything. So everybody's saying, it was 98 on Rotten Tomatoes, and it was the least watched show. So something's got to give. To me, and chime in anytime, guys. There are great things about this show, like her family.
Agreed.
The representation of the religion and the way she lives her life. That was incredible. I thought it was so cool because it wasn't super heavy-handed. They just showed them in their normal lives doing their normal things. I liked that.
The culture aspect was good.
Kamala Khan, perfect casting.
Agreed.
I loved her. Her cousin. Now, I think there's a lot of bad. The bad,
Whole lot of bad.
the villains, the Jinn. I didn't give a hot, stinky shit about them.
Were they the villains, though?
Yeah, they were. They were just this presence that, to me, I felt like there was no guidance. It was just like, I don't know where we're going with this. I really don't. I never felt like there were any stakes that I was worried about at any point. And some of the background stuff, I was just like, I don't care. Can we just, at some point I was sitting there going, is this a superhero show?
Yeah. No, to quote my boy Daisy, this felt like a 90s Disney show.
Yeah.
Like some Lizzie McGuire type of thing. Because it was just,
That's pretty good, actually.
it's bad.
But at least you want to
It
watch
really
Lizzie
is.
McGuire.
Yeah,
I mean,
I did.
I
Lizzie
would
McGuire
prefer-
was funny.
Believe it or not.
I also hated how she got her powers
Yeah.
and not getting them in the traditional way.
Yeah. I have things to say about that.
Yeah. And I don't know. I had to watch this, and man, I was like, this is the worst one I've had to watch so far
It
yet.
felt like the longest, most unnecessary build-up for about 30 seconds of cool shit.
Payoff,
that happened.
I feel like nothing pertinent really happened. Like that could have
Right.
been done in an episode or two,
Right.
to be quite honest.
So
That-
the Jinn are genies.
Yeah.
Right? They're
Basically,
genies from
yeah.
a different alternate.
different yeah.
Whatever. What was superpowers? They didn't have any superpowers until the
Other than the super strength and the cool weapons.
But they didn't have any powers until the rift opened, right? And then once the rift opened, and like the Mama Genie, it's like I can close the rift.
Which
Right.
which neither of them could close the rift. We were supposed to care about her, and then she and the other one just dead. And I was like, okay, now I really don't care. But I don't know. There were some bad acting performances.
Yeah.
Like the guy, to me, I don't want to say bad, not for me. Kamran, I just was like, who is this kid?
Yeah.
Why did they cast him? He shows literally no emotion in any moments of that show. I just was like, I can't get behind it. I don't buy it.
Even when he had the powers, he was bad.
Yeah. And Kamala and her family
Awesome.
were the one reason to tune in every single week.
And that's what I was going to say is I think that not just her family currently, but I liked the whole story about her great grandmother, and I liked all that. That was interesting. It drew me in. All the other BS, the genie stuff, and all that. Like I just literally no interest.
See,
and
that
this
annoyed me.
agent woman, this agent woman that was coming after her for whatever reason had this like vendetta against her for some reason, even though she was constantly called off from even being a part of this project, and she just like had everything in her power. Like all that shit was just boring.
Well, that was a little like of the woke politics because they were saying that she was like what's the word I'm looking for? Always going after that type of people. You know what I'm trying to say?
So racist?
Yes, racist, I guess you could say.
Well, see, that was
that part.
Discriminatory.
I didn't pick that up.
See, that was another one of my issues with it was like the whole A-Day when they go round up people. So the I forget what they were even called.
Inhumans?
No, the agency that goes to,
damage control.
Yes, so that makes sense when if A-Day happened and they're trying to round people up, why are they looking for humans with extraordinary powers for some other reason? That didn't make sense to me.
To me, this was damage control looking for superhuman people and kind of leading up to the true version of Civil War. Damage control could have played a major role in that if they were trying to round people up, but it was just them trying to identify people with superpowers and going about it the very wrong way. Now, the guy who was introduced in Spider-Man, he was great. He reprised his role, and he even had redeeming qualities when he was like, what are you doing there at a school trying to chase this little girl? Get out of there. And for whatever reason, it's just lazy writing that this one agent that I didn't even know her name, she's like, we're going in anyway. I'm like, who the fuck is this person?
Exactly. She's in like a couple episodes. You have no idea what her name is.
Right.
She just shows up.
Why
with this,
is she here? And
her hair looks terrible. Too.
Interesting
I was gonna
choice.
say that, but I didn't know how to say it without saying.
Interesting choice to have the final showdown and shootout at a school. Interesting choice there.
So they raid the school.
Yeah.
Hoodies. And softball machines stop a special forces
basically
unit of the
an
military.
army of the special ops
with modified
teams.
like repulsor cannons.
Yeah, with some sort of laser cannon. But these baseballs,
the softballs in the shell game from the high school students really threw it at them.
Insane.
We've prepared for every contingency except for the softballs and the Bollywood music in the hallways.
I liked the development of Kamala and her family and
she
all
was
that
the
stuff.
best.
Like I feel like that will probably play a part. I think nothing else will.
I hope not. Her friend,
really feel like
her little
nothing
best friend who
Bruno?
clearly loved her, Bruno.
That's not his name.
He was so...
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
His actual
I thought
name
it was
Bruno.
Brian.
No,
Brian,
that's
well, there you go. There you go.
So he was just so one-dimensional, right?
Yeah.
Everything went from, everything was just hyper-focused for him. Come on, Kamala. Do you have your shit that goes on your glove?
But that's the real love
He was
interest,
always
right?
so intense. But the best part about it, and this is the part that I want to talk about, is at the very end, the last cutscene when he's like, I was analyzing your DNA again, and I thought it was the literal best line of the entire series. She's like, you can just call me.
When you're bored. Yeah, you just
She's
call
like,
me when
I
you're
was
bored.
up analyzing your DNA, and she was like, are you fucking kidding me? Just call. You're bored? You want to hang out? Just call me.
Don't analyze my DNA, you creep.
And he's like, there's something different. It's a mutation. And then you hear the... So, the big reveal that Kamala is a mutant and not an Inhuman. And I was kind of like, I love it, because now we're officially talking mutants in the MCU. That's great. And then I was sitting here like...
How?
So... This response is why I'm happy you said that. Originally, when Marvel was losing its properties and the X-Men went to Fox, Miss Marvel was already in production. She was supposed to originally be a mutant, but since that whole thing changed, they made her an Inhuman. The Inhumans were originally supposed to be an offshoot of an X-Men storyline. So the Inhumans were the answer to the fact that Fox owned mutants. So now... this goes to her original story planning.
Okay.
And that's meant for her to be a mutant. She was meant to be that the whole time.
So then what's this whole deal with a bangle and then go like if you're gonna tell the story she's a mutant,
Sure.
let her be a mutant. Why?
I think that is partially like the key to unlock the powers. You know how they talked about in Deadpool 1 how you have this mutation in your genes, something needs to unlock it. I think the bangle was hers.
Yeah, it's like the Tony Stark thing in his center.
And what I think is going to happen,
she has powers in her, but she just needs something to bring it out.
and I think what ends up happening with her is she's going to lose that bangle and then be able to use powers anyway, the traditional way that we see Miss Marvel. Yep. That's what I think is going to happen. Because her being tied to the bangle, originally I was like, oh my God, this is so dumb. Why would she be tied to this? I don't like that.
Yeah, like, that whole storyline. So basically this show is about a girl who helps guide her great-grandmother onto a train way before she was even thought of. Yes, that's
the grandma.
That's exactly.
The great-grandma gets killed.
Semantics, but yeah.
Yes, you get it. I'm like, what? I'm like, I know it's 5 o'clock in the morning.
It's me.
Like, what?
I'm the one who helped my grandma. Like, oh boy.
I'm like, I need another 6 episodes just for you to explain that.
Please don't make another 6 episodes just to explain
They will,
that.
but just let's have some character development for Kamala between now and then.
Yeah.
The only one part I liked about the whole thing was the bandana people, the red bandana dude.
The Red Bandits?
You know those guys?
The one that the wet
The
bandits?
Red Daggers.
The Red Daggers, is that what they're called?
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Stop making these tween children look like they're badasses. It just gets on my nerves. I know it's to reach some of the younger audience, but when this kid was like, I'll take care of it, I was like, you don't even have a driver's license.
It's true.
Kid? That kid, I don't buy them as tough guys. Like, he could get yoked up by any adult on the street, and I'd be like, yep, I believe it.
That's like, it reminds me of that scene, not to circle back to the school, but when Bruno distracts the guys with the guns so that Kamala and what's-his-nuts can get away, and he just dances. He's like, look at me, listen to the music and look at me. And I'm like, you have like 18 machine guns basically pointed at you, and you're dancing in a hoodie
and in
a fucking open, dark room.
All 5 of these soldiers need to stop and turn and get their attention to the guy who's clearly trying to distract
Right.
them.
You know,
and he's got all these freaking like military style weapons pointed at him. Like, what child would do that shit?
Exactly.
What an idiot!
That's another scene that disappoints me. I mean, you had an 8-year-old who had 2 burglars go into his house, and he messed them all up. You got a guy who's going to Caltech, and he can't come up with better booby traps.
All he can think of is, come over here.
You know what I mean?
And it's fire extinguishers.
I will say, whatever that foam thing was kind of cool, though.
Here's what's going to get him, guys.
That's like elephant
it was the only
face or
good.
whatever.
It was the only good booby
I found
trap.
5 synchronized hoodies. We got them, boys.
Oh my gosh.
Macaulay Culkin's like, hold my beer.
Bicycles, a chemical experiment.
Yeah.
Softball machines, fire extinguishers.
It was just meant to be fun. I mean, I swear, I think our kids were watching it and they were like, this is stupid.
Is it the worst Marvel show?
Yes.
Yeah.
Worse than Iron Fist?
No, it's better than Iron Fist, but
Only because Iron Fist is like
But listen,
hour-long episodes
listen.
and there's like way too many of them.
Kamala is one of the best characters in terms of people who are cast to focus on her story. Not that great.
No, we're just talking about show. I'm not
Okay.
because I like Kamala's development, like you said. I agree with that.
Yeah, I think that they focused on the wrong things of this one. I just didn't. Whatever, it's fine. I will rewatch it when it comes time for me. When I'm like, I've just turned 60 and I want to be able to watch them all before I die, so I can die by the time I'm 80 after I've watched everything. No, I'm just saying I'm gonna watch it again because I want to see it. But Kamala's the best part of that. Is it the worst of the Disney Plus series? Without a doubt.
I liked her family the most.
I got one more beef.
Mom coming out with the costume, Dad coming out with the name, her brother coming out with a dope ass recap of how proud he was of everything that was going down. That's my favorite part. Is that
Dad in the Hulk costume was pretty.
Oh
That
yeah,
was great.
Dad and Mom and brother. I just loved all of them.
Yeah, her whole family was like that whole thing was just the best part of that whole show.
Yeah.
And my last beef. Why did she get sucked into a closet in the end?
We're gonna find
and then
that out.
Captain Marvel comes out. Bro, really?
Was that a
We're gonna
cut
find
scene?
out.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! I missed the cutscenes.
So at the end, she's messing with the bangle. The bangle starts to beep. She disappears. Captain Marvel appears in her room and is looking
What?
around like,
what the hell am I doing
Like
here?
you show up in a room that's dedicated to you, and you have no idea where you are. Essentially, you wake up in a serial killer's basement.
She thought she was in misery.
Like she's just looking around, like, oh my gosh, and then she
kinda
just
like-
So good.
promptly runs out, which is so good.
There was 10 minutes left whenever the episode actually ended, so I was dragging as I was watching on my phone. So I was dragging it real quick to see if there was any cutscenes. I didn't see anything, so
Yeah,
it must have been really
That's
quick.
what you get for dragging.
I'm not gonna
I don't
lie.
want to sit there and watch 10 minutes of credits.
I just happened to be falling asleep on the couch. Which was the only reason I caught it, because I was watching the end of it, and I was like, "Oh, there's a cutscene."
There's two.
Yeah.
There's two. There's the
Shit.
mutant one, and then there's the one
yeah,
with
All
Carol
right.
Danvers.
Yeah, I
I'm
saw
gonna
them.
have to watch that then.
All right. It's good. You can find it on YouTube. Go watch it.
Yeah.
Literally, that's all you need to know from the Miss Marvel series. A,
Yeah.
she's a mutant. B, Captain Marvel's in it.
And her
Period.
family's funny.
All
I'd
right,
just like
so
to make one PSA announcement. If there's anybody doing like one of these Pakistani or Indian weddings, the Alter Ego crew would like to be invited. To
I would love
experience
that.
it live because that looked awesome.
Yes.
It looked like tons of fun. I would
We
love
wedding
to do
wrong
some,
over
yeah,
here.
Yeah, we do.
we
We
our
don't do a
wedding
lot
was
of
great.
sequence dancing. Not as
No.
much as we should.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get into Marvel, shall we? Let's get into all the news that we have. It's a lot of Comic-Con heavy stuff, so let's jump right in with both feet.
Let's do it.
First and foremost, if you got Disney Plus, you now have Deadpool, Deadpool 2, and Logan all on Disney Plus.
Bring it.
Uncensored. All the language,
Yep.
all the gore,
Yep.
all the stabbings, it's all on Disney Plus, which is a wonderful thing. That's what you want, because now you know they're not going to hold up on Deadpool. They're like, no, he's perfect like this. We're going to leave him like this.
I told you they would.
Yeah.
But it's funny because last night when I actually went to go hit my watch again, I accidentally clicked Logan. I was like, this doesn't look like. Oh, no, this isn't Miss Marvel. Had to back out, but I'm like, good to know Logan's on here, though.
Yep.
Logan is a top 5 Marvel movie for me of all the movies that have been out.
Overall, top 5.
Overall,
Damn.
top 5.
That's-
Logan is that good.
That's steep.
If you haven't seen Logan, go see Logan. And I was trying to tell the boys, it's like, we watched Deadpool, and I was like, sorry guys, you're gonna have to.
With our
It's like Deadpool is not what you've seen on the cartoon. And at one point, they
We
were
warned it. We
laughing
warned them.
hysterically. And at one point, somebody gets their head chopped off, and my son looks at me and goes, "This is really realistic." And I go, "Yeah, man, it's not a cartoon."
Yeah, no.
So that was a fun adventure.
And I mean,
That's-
they're both teenage and preteen, so they're at that age. But we definitely skipped like the strip club scene.
yeah.
Although he was
Well,
doodling on his phone, and I was like, "Babe, boobs,
they,
close your eyes."
they definitely saw, from what I can tell, their first set of titties on Deadpool. And so I was like, well, this is bound to happen. One of
I
them's a teenager.
was immediately uncomfortable.
Yeah, come on, man.
I was like, "Oh no, this is so wrong."
I was like, oh, yep, there they are. Let's move forward. Anyway.
It's not
So,
the worst way to see your first.
I guess not. I
Yeah.
guess not.
okay, so let's get to some of the biggest animation announcements that happened from Comic-Con. First of all, X-Men 97 is getting brought back to Disney Plus, and they are already renewed for a second season. They haven't even shot or shown any of it, so I'm down to see it. This new team from X-Men 97, I'm just going to try to get whatever new stuff that I can while we're going through it. The team is led by Magneto.
What?
I just want the intro to stay the same.
Because at the end of the original series, Professor X goes to space. So this team of mutants is led by Mr. Magneto, which I'm always down for Magneto.
Didn't they go look for the Phoenix or something like that?
Something like that.
I
I
can't
thought
remember.
he went with Sinestro.
I'm going to have to watch X-Men just to get caught up so I can start off with this one.
Yeah.
That's going to be cool. Spider-Man Freshman Year was announced.
Can't wait.
I Am Groot was announced. Well, not announced, as it's coming soon. What If Season 2? Whoa! And my favorite episode from What If is getting an entire series, and that is the one I've been worried about. Well, not worried, but wanting to see this whole time. Marvel Zombies, baby!
Oh.
And somebody at this table sent me a very interesting article regarding some of the details from Marvel Zombies. Thank you, Mr. Nello.
Oh, it was me?
That was you.
I don't remember.
It's a continuation of the What If episode from season 1.
Okay, so it's going to be animated too.
Same universe. First and foremost, it will be the first ever rated R Marvel Studios show. It's going to be TVMA, which is the equivalent of rated R for movies.
Oh.
promising a lot of gore. A lot of gore in this show, which it's a zombie show. You would expect that. Let's talk about the villains they mentioned, as in people who are already zombified. They got Wanda Maximoff still.
Oh,
So she survived the battle with Ultron.
Are you
From
surprised?
Good God.
wow.
Like, that means at some point somebody just had to run. I bet you we're going to see Hulk again, because there's no way he died.
Nope.
Ant-Man's head.
Yeah, Ant-Man's head. Spider-Man. Spider-Man with Doctor Strange's cape. Ghost. Now that's scary.
Yeah.
That's a scary zombie to deal with.
Yeah.
If Wanda Maximoff wasn't enough. Hawkeye. We knew Hawkeye. Abomination.
Wow.
Will
That's
be
a big zombie.
one of the zombie villains, which Icarus from the Eternals, which if you didn't like Eternals, whatever, but Icarus as a zombie, that dude was powerful. He could fly, he was super fast, super strong. That's like dealing with zombie Superman, so that's going to be interesting. Speaking of zombie Superman, Captain Marvel will also be one of the zombies.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
And legless Captain America.
Sorry, I didn't realize that you were giving the villain list, and I just threw out Ant-Man's head.
Yeah, he's not a bad
He's
guy.
not a bad guy.
Ant-Man's head can't hurt you anymore.
Right. Legless Captain
Did you
America.
see the What If episode?
Which one?
The
Those
zombie
It's
zombies.
been a
one.
while.
Winter Soldier cuts Captain America in half. So that's why he's legless.
I'm going to have to rewatch this before
Yeah.
I watch
Can
this.
anybody remind me, did Winter Soldier die?
I don't remember.
I don't think he
don't
did.
remember either.
Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. He's an excellent person to have on the team, but he's not listed in the group of heroes who I will now tell you who are listed to be the main protagonists of the show. First of all, Yelena. I'm down.
Always.
You got me.
Yep.
Say less.
Sign me up.
Yelena, great. Kate Bishop, okay. Keep making it better. Those two are going to be an iconic duo, and I think that's very much on purpose.
Yep.
Because of obviously Hawkeye and Black Widow's relationship.
Down.
Jimmy Woo. Jimmy Woo, who was in WandaVision. He was in
He's the
Ant-Man,
agent.
where he's talking about
No,
sleight of
he's-
hand magic.
He's the agent.
Shit, that dude is awesome.
I love him.
I know who that is now.
Kamala Khan.
Okay.
So Miss Marvel. I'm interested to see how she reacts to Captain Marvel. Red Guardian. Let's go. Red Guardian will be
Yeah,
reprising
I'm
his
totally
role.
down.
So you've got a
Is
Captain
David
America
Harbour gonna
level.
do the voice?
I hope so.
I
so
hope so.
much. Now this is the trio I'm really excited about. You
There's
got
more?
Katie from Shang-Chi. So Aquafina's character.
Okay.
Probably it says Aquafina's Katie, so hopefully Aquafina is going to play her. The Death Dealer from Shang-Chi, who was the dude in the kabuki mask and the little darts that he threw. So that was cool. And Shang-Chi himself. So I'm like, okay, are we gonna kung fu some zombies?
Hit him with the 10 rings.
Ooh, if he has the 10 rings, even better.
I'm down for some sword action in chopping
Yeah.
zombies.
I mean,
Yep.
that's going to be Death Dealer all day. Red Guardian's clearly the muscle of the whole group.
You know
but
what
that's-
actually disappoints me the most about this now? Is that it's not live action.
I know.
That would be hard.
I
though.
know.
That
It would be really hard. It would be one of the
hard.
biggest budgets they've ever had.
Yeah, it would be hard.
Cutting
and it would
Captain
be
America's
graphic.
legs, and then like, what does he do? He's riding his shield throughout the whole thing.
No. Winter Soldier has the shield.
Oh, then what's he gonna? He's like, yeah, you couldn't do that live action. I don't think you could.
That would
Oh,
be
you
so
can.
dope.
We
So
got an
other things
estimated
that they
date for this release, didn't we?
feature, I think so. I don't know if I have it on here, but it features a gang of Skrulls that are patrolling a gas station. That's incredible. I love that there are other elements and other survival factions out there. The Skrulls, of course, being one of them is kind of insane. There's a group of Black Widow survivors that have banded together. That's another group you don't want to run into.
It seems like a Walking Dead-ish, where there's
Yeah.
like small factions everywhere, and everyone's just going to be meeting in the middle, fighting for
Right.
whatever.
Rations
So
and
the
things.
big,
Yeah.
the big difference from the comics of this, from what I read, is that in the comics, the heroes could still talk. They were still zombies. They had the craving for flesh, but they could still communicate. I don't like that. I like that they go crazy and just try to go for whatever they can. So in this one, they won't talk, which is like the What If episode anyway. So I'm down with that. So of the animation, and actually Marvel Zombies, this might have been the one I was most hyped for. After I read this, I was like, I will be glued to my seat for Marvel Zombies.
Now, are they doing any spinoffs of anything else from What If?
Not that was announced, but What If Season 2. So, I mean, we can talk about that. Season 1 of What If bled directly into the MCU, especially with Doctor Strange. Yeah. So I'm sure if you're watching What If Season 2, you're going to see some crossover.
I'm sure Disney and Marvel, whenever they do their Comic-Con crap, they're going to drop even more stuff, you know. I think
D23.
Yeah, that one. I think like San Diego Comic-Con was like that little toe in the water, like, here, let's just, it's nice and warm over here, guys. It's nice and warm, you know what I mean?
Because I'd love to see more of the Guardians with Chadwick.
Oh, yeah.
His character or whatever.
So the challenge there is
who's going to voice
Chadwick voiced himself.
Yeah.
So I don't think they want to recast that.
He's got a lot of talking he does. Just
yeah, and I feel like there's
together.
a lot of people out there anymore, and not that we necessarily want or need that, but there's a lot of people out there anymore that do really good impersonation accents. So
yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It'll be
take
very
his
interesting.
voice too. He's had done a lot of talking. Just boom.
Yeah.
Listen,
You could.
I would love for
Reappropriate
them
his
to do
words.
that. I love Chadwick. I love T'Challa.
Let's
as a
see what
character.
happens when Black Panther comes out in November before we talk about like Chadwick and T'Challa. If they can like nail this transition, maybe we don't even need to see. You might even not miss. I mean, you're gonna miss him, but you might not even need
Yeah.
more.
Oh, no, I'm not
if
talking
he's
about-
honored out.
Yeah,
then,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not talking about the whole Black Panther. I could care less. It's when he becomes Star-Lord, basically, and he goes to the galaxy.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see.
But you're still mentioning T'Challa as a character.
Well, I
to
was
me,
thinking
T'Challa kind of transcends Black Panther.
his name. I mean, that's who it is. You know what I mean? That's all.
Yeah,
So
that's the only challenge with it.
Interesting.
So speaking of Black Panther, we got a trailer for Wakanda Forever, which was pretty damn incredible.
Yep.
And apparently, this is going to end Phase 4. Black Panther will be the end of Phase 4. Sorry, I just saw something.
What is Phase 4? What is it?
I don't know.
What is Phase 4?
Guys, I'm just going to say this because I'm seeing it on my phone right now and I don't want to miss it. But Keanu Reeves wants to play an old version of Bruce Wayne. He wants to play old live-action Batman.
What?
Shut up.
Yeah.
I'm here for
Sorry.
it.
Let's go.
Sorry, I just saw it right now. Keanu Reeves told Extra that he would love to play an older, wizened Batman someday. It's always been a dream, but Pattinson's Batman right now. He's doing awesome. That's true. But maybe down the road when they need an
That's
older
subjective.
Batman.
or bring in Terry McGinnis, baby.
Who?
Terry McGinnis.
Oh, wait, no.
Batman Beyond.
Oh, well, I
Let
mean,
him play
that's
the old Bat.
okay.
Give me that.
I don't hate that.
Give me that Batman Beyond.
What about a Michael Keaton as an old damn? I know
It's
that's
already
coming.
a thing that's
I know
happening.
that's
Okay,
coming.
we're not getting into that. We got to go back into this Black Panther trailer. So it's going to end Phase 4, and they dropped a synopsis for the movie, which I'll read now. This is from
No
Marvel
synopsis.
Studios. Okay. Queen Ramonda, who's Angela Bassett, Shuri, M'Baku, and Okoye, and the Dora Milaje fight to protect their nation from an intervening world powers in the wake of King T'Challa's death. As the Wakandans strive to embrace their next chapter, the heroes must band together to help the war dog Nakia, who's Lupita Nyong'o, who's incredible, and Everett Ross, and forge a new path for the kingdom of Wakanda. I mean, that's what we already knew, right?
Yeah.
Done.
Are they going to be able to pull it off?
No, I don't want to hear anything. I want to go in this completely blind. I don't want to hear synopsis. I just want to.
I got more stuff to talk about, so if you want to
just
walk
wanna-
out, I'll call you back in.
Boom.
We got more stuff to do. We got more stuff to talk about, buddy.
Oh,
Sorry.
Jeez.
I'm sorry. But Ryan Coogler also came out and talked about Chadwick Boseman and his impact. Obviously, this was at Comic-Con. He goes, I sat there when we premiered the first footage from Black Panther, and the late, great Chadwick Boseman was sitting with me. He was excited, and he grabbed my left shoulder with his hand, standing there right now. I can feel his hand on me. Chad is no longer with us physically, but his spirit will be felt forever. Shoot. And you could just see in this trailer that everybody's so hyper emotional. With good reason.
I mean, yeah, like, there's a lot riding on this movie.
I mean, this is so. I mean, we looked at Spider-Man: Far From Home. That was the end of Phase 3. So that was like the big kickoff, the big send off into Phase 4. And this movie is supposed to end Phase 4, which will then kick us off into Phase 5, which will, I mean, I've got nothing but crazy high hopes for this movie right now. We did get a good shot at Namor. There are Aztecs. They're kind of like an Aztec reimagined look to them, which I thought was amazing. And so I watched a couple of videos about it. There's some great, if you don't watch Screen Crush on YouTube and you like spoilers or you like little hints and stuff like that, check out Screen Crush with Ryan Airy. He's great. He goes over a lot of details and stuff that even I miss when I'm looking at it. Like I'm talking about, he breaks down Wakandan language that you see in the trailer and tells you exactly what stuff says. It's pretty incredible. Still unclear after the trailer who takes up the Black Panther mantle. Mm-hmm. But there are some thoughts that I have.
Hints, I think.
Because they do show a Black Panther
straight
costume.
Up trying to deflect.
They show a Black Panther costume in the trailer.
It's Michael B. Jordan.
First of all,
that would be awesome. I think I'd sign up for that right now.
First of all, the silhouette is way too small to be M'Baku.
I thought it was supposed to be his sister.
It was supposed to be M'Baku. They've already come out. Somebody came out and said, "Oh, it's going to be him," and I was like, "Dope! That's a big ass panther," but I'm into it. But after looking at it, it could be Shuri. It definitely could be Shuri. She looks like she could be about the right size, but the panther suit does have gold trim, and we have seen
a
a
gold-trimmed
gold-trimmed Black Panther before. Mr. Michael B. Jordan, Mr. Eric Killmonger.
Yep.
I'm down.
And in
I'm
other
down too.
comic iterations, Killmonger's followers have resurrected him and brought him back to carry the mantle of Black Panther. But also Shuri's been Black Panther.
Yeah.
So what do I think right now? If I had to make a guess, I'm on Team Ryan. I think we get a resurrected Eric Killmonger.
Well, technically, you never saw him die.
Right,
Yeah.
that's what I was going to say. Like, did he die?
He does go to the land beyond with the rest of the kings. So I think he goes there.
Well,
I think he has not necessarily a change of heart.
but the same thing kind of happens to T'Challa.
Yeah.
He kind of dies and goes to the...
Yep.
And then he gets brought back. So it's very possible that
So-
the last scene you see is T'Challa with Killmonger.
Only
and that's
kings can go there. And that means Eric Killmonger was a true, legitimate king of Wakanda.
it. Yeah.
So him coming back and taking the throne,
Would make a hell of a lot of sense.
he's blood relations to T'Challa too.
Mm-hmm.
So there's not a lot to argue there. So
Hey,
then
auntie.
you also get
Hey, auntie.
you also get one of the best actors
Yeah.
in the world to come back and play your titular Black Panther.
yeah.
And fun fact, that was not scripted. He just did that.
He did it. Yeah, I believe it. I like it. I like it, especially if he comes back the right way.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like to see Michael B. Jordan anyway.
I would
so,
too. I mean, I didn't like that character a whole lot, but
Yeah.
I would like to see it done. Like, I would like to see him come back.
It's weird because I loved that character.
I did. I liked him a lot, but obviously I'm team T'Challa because he's the good guy. So it's like there's a part of you that's always kind of like, nah. 'Cause
I like certain aspects of Killmonger.
I did too.
Others I
I
really
did too.
didn't.
I understand the hype for T'Challa and everything, but I thought that overall I like Killmonger more than I did T'Challa in the Black Panther. Even when he's in the museum, and I just saw that clip online when he's like talking about,
love that clip.
no, this isn't from that. It was captured in Benin,
he had
but
so
this is
much
like
knowledge.
it was so
yeah,
good.
Yeah, that's true.
I like Michael B. Jordan. There were certain things about Killmonger that I was like, okay,
Yeah.
I don't really care. I liked his lust for power and the way that he wanted to go about it. I liked that he was educated. I liked that he was precise.
Yeah.
I liked that he earned everything
and
that he
worked his
had.
ass off to get where he was.
I loved that. I just could have done without some of the hey auntie thing. I was like, this is kind of silly.
yeah.
If you love Wakanda so much and you're trying to be Wakanda and
that's
come
kinda
back
what
and
I'm-
be the king,
That's kind of what I'm hoping. That's what I mean when I say, like, I hope that if he comes back that it's done right. It's like I hope that he comes back without and maybe I just kind of read into it wrong, but it was very, like, it felt very selfish power driven, which just the way and you know that that's not what it is.
But you know
but
what?
you felt that way, and I feel like if he came back and was very like, you are my people and I'm here for you, and this is like I'm here for us, and a little less like, I don't know.
See,
well, I'm a part of the family too, and I'm only doing
felt
it for me and the loss of my dad.
different.
For sure.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
His whole point was, bro, there's people that look like us that are just out there suffering. And
Oh,
you have all this
1,000%.
shit here, and you're doing nothing about it.
That's why I agree
I'm
with
about
it.
to change this. It's about to go down. So
Sure.
that's why I love that kill. I love Killmonger.
And I don't disagree with the idea of helping people. And he wins.
Yeah.
Killmonger wins.
Yep.
Because T'Challa does exactly what he wanted.
Yeah.
So maybe he comes back and doesn't have so much of the we need to take over the world aspect.
That's kind of that's the part
But
I'm talking about.
I
It
do-
was
I
a little
didn't-
aggressive as far as the take over the world. That's the part that I'm talking about.
I didn't appreciate, not didn't appreciate. It's just like I didn't appreciate it the way you appreciated the "Hey Auntie" line. You clearly liked it a lot. I didn't care for it. However, if there's a situation where the Queen is about to get killed and he shows up as Black Panther and says "Hey Auntie," I'll jump out of my seat.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
That would be amazing.
That would be a great callback to the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was him solidifying that he was actually her aunt.
Yeah.
Blood of the family.
She's all going off on this tangent about how he's not related. He's like, hey, auntie.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, come on.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, when they finally did, yeah. Okay, so hey, let's take another quick break because we're going a little long and we still have a lot of stuff to talk about. So we're going to get right back into Phase 5 and the rest of these announcements and one more trailer that came out that I was super hyped for, but we'll do that in just a second. All right, and we're back. So the other trailer that came out was a much more detailed, longer trailer for She-Hulk.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody's... Really?
Did you watch the trailer?
I did.
I didn't watch the trailer.
You did, and you don't think it's going to be the best show they've had?
No.
I do.
Nah.
I think this is going to be the best one they've come out with. It's going to contend with Loki and WandaVision. It's going to be that good.
It has too much of that comedy shit that we were talking about before with Marvel movies and stuff. It just, I don't know.
The show is advertised as a comedy.
I know, but I don't know. It just,
I think I kind of agree with him. If
You know
it's
what
going
I'm
to be a comedy,
saying?
I don't want to know if I really want that out of a She-Hulk. I'm a little tired of the sitcom stuff.
especially
To be
after Miss
quite
Marvel.
honest.
If you're tired of the sitcom stuff, okay, go watch Loki Season 1. Go watch Captain America and the Winter Soldier. Go watch Hawkeye. There's so much out there.
There's a difference between sprinkled humor and a comedy.
No, this is when they're gonna beat you over the head with the humor. You can tell from that trailer they're gonna beat you over the head with it.
I disagree with you. I don't think they're going to beat you over the head. I think there's going to be awkward situations. But look at the situation itself. It's a spectacle as it is. It's already drawn up as this person who's just discovered their superpowers becoming an attorney for other superheroes. How do you do that in a serious way? And it's Jennifer Walters. She is a superhero. She's an Avenger. She's She-Hulk. And you don't. What do you want? You want her to come out and be the raging Hulk that you're used to?
Ask Daredevil.
He's serious,
Amen.
isn't he?
He's a serious blind lawyer.
Yeah, and he's also in the show.
Who kicks ass and takes names.
He doesn't kick her
He's
ass.
also kind of funny though. He has some
But
sprinkled humor.
it's not like beat you over the head like you're popping a mole.
You haven't seen a single frame of this show, and you're already dismissing it as this slapstick comedy.
From what I saw of that trailer, that's just what it looked like.
It's showing. It shows a lot of things. You see a lot of Bruce Banner, like a lot more than you figured you would see, and it's him trying to show her how to be the Hulk. And the Hulk is a serious character. The Hulk is destruction. The Hulk has been so much. So seeing him in this different light to me is kind of cool. Seeing Bruce Banner be able to be Bruce Banner, a person with his family member, and try to teach her and train her. I mean, I think it's great. But they say the fourth wall breaks are not just comedic. There's other stuff that you're going to see, and there will be fourth wall breaks in this show. There's one where he says, if you want to leave and go be an attorney and live your life, it's fine with me. And she looks back at the camera and goes, he doesn't mean that. And so there's going to be fourth wall breaks.
What does she think she is? Deadpool?
Yeah, it's like a almost like a PGG version of like Deadpool. And like even in the trailer, like she's like, they're like, go get them when they're getting attacked. Whatever that scene is, she's like, okay, fine. And she becomes the She-Hulk from her human form. Or when she's training on the beach, it's just too much slapstick.
What's slapstick about training on the beach?
She's doing all those fancy dances. She's like, look at me.
She does not do that in the trailer.
That's what it looked like to me.
So this is what I think. I think the way Ryan appreciates Black Panther and sees it differently, it's hard for you to see why a woman would be like, damn, I really don't want to ruin this outfit. Have you ever felt that way?
Yes.
About outfits and not want to be like, I got to go whoop this guy's ass. I love this outfit. I don't want to ruin this.
You're damn She-Hulk. You're going to become a gamma ray charged superhuman with super strength. Where is the Hulk? Like, I want the Hulk. I don't want this slapstick crap.
So if you want the Hulk, then you clearly have never read a single panel of She-Hulk.
I want
because
the Hulk.
She's got her. Then watch a Hulk series.
Where is it? Give it to me, Marvel.
They can't.
They
That's what I was gonna say.
can't.
Is it that weird Dr. Hulk where he's still
Professor Hulk.
It's Banner.
Professor Hulk. Oh.
So, I mean, this to me, I'm excited. It's something new.
It's like Ragnarok
If
Hulk.
every time no, it's not Ragnarok Hulk. It's Avengers Endgame Hulk, where he still has a head on his shoulders and can communicate. If you want him to pop up and go every time, that's freaking boring. I don't mind seeing a different version of the Hulk, and I have a theory about this show. I think this show is going to lead into the Hulk Bruce Banner being maybe the main antagonist to lead into a World War Hulk type of series. And I think him trying to control himself and him trying to teach her balance and her being so much better than him starting to slowly realize that the Hulk is taking back over until eventually you get that planet world-breaking Hulk and everybody's going to have to respond to it.
So you think they're going to flip the Hulk into making him an antagonist to make a good Hulk movie? Or show?
You're not going to get a Hulk movie, but you will get a Hulk show, I think.
They better not do world-breaking Hulk right now. I will fight Kevin Feige.
Well, you might want one. You might want one.
I will square up
one.
with you, Kevin Feige, right now if you make a world-breaking Hulk. I'll do it.
But why? I don't understand.
Because the way they showed my man in fucking Endgame just getting beat by Thanos like he was a little bitch, and then you just go to world-breaking Hulk? So, nah.
You guys, you're dismissing the journey here.
Nah.
You're dismissing mindless Hulk to where he's fighting to stay in control, and Banner, who's trying to stay in control, to when they're working together, and then that slow deterioration to where, Hulk is always fighting with an arm behind his back because he's got Bruce Banner in the back of his head. So you're seeing, I think, that reality tear slowly to where eventually Hulk says, and puts both hands on the wheel. Then you get that World Breaker Hulk. That's why Thanos is able to beat him so easily, is because Hulk is too busy being two different personalities. So I think She-Hulk is going to be amazing. I like the humor in it. I like the way that she's getting trained. I like the way that she is broadening the universe so much just in the trailer. She's already in the trailer talking to Wong. She's talking to Daredevil. She's talking to the Hulk. Look at the three levels of power she's already talking to in the trailer. This show is going to really broaden the horizons and further, I've said it every week, further that plot line of there being different levels of the Marvel universe.
I'm excited for this level.
And She-Hulk is talking to all three of them. And I think she's going to be a bigger character than you think. I think she's going to be a huge part come these next Avengers stories. And one of the announcements was Avengers Secret Invasion, right? Or Secret Wars. That's when they all get dropped off in the battle world and fight for supremacy. You don't think World Breaker Hulk is a valuable team member at that point?
Yeah.
You don't think if all these different versions from all these different universes show up, you don't want the World Breaker Hulk? I think you do.
I do.
But how is it all going to tie in?
Reason,
How is what they've announced and all these shows and what they're going to just keep going. Never mind.
They've announced all this stuff, and there are still 8 unannounced programs that are in development right now.
That are sprinkled in or after everything else?
Sprinkled in. Oh, by the way, in Black Panther, we get our first shot of Riri Williams, Ironheart.
Nice.
You get to see her, and she's banging out the heart in the Iron Man suit.
That's awesome.
I think we're going to see some very serious Riri Williams action, too. So, anyway, let's go into this. Let's go into the Phase 5 and a little bit of Phase 6. Then we'll call it a day. That's enough Comic-Con for one day. Here's Phase 5, which has been labeled the Multiverse Saga. We had the Infinity Saga. That's over. We're in the Multiverse Saga now. First up, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. Meant to be out on February 17th, 2023. They have already announced the villain will not be Kang the Conqueror. I'm sure he's going to show up, but the main villain will be none other than, drumroll please, MODOK, which is amazing. MODOK is a much more level-appropriate villain for Ant-Man and the Wasp. And I also want to say that Nello gave a fat thumbs down at the mention of Ant-Man and the Wasp. Why?
I didn't like the second movie.
Why?
I didn't like it.
Oh,
I didn't
my
think.
gosh.
I think it was. It wasn't as. I don't know. I just didn't care for it.
I thought it was a
Didn't care for it.
excellent departure from normal superhero stuff. I love that the bad guys, air quotes, have a conscience, have a tendency to be like, you know what, this shit ain't right. They're not just always that hell-bent villain that wants to kill everything. Lawrence Fishburne was like, I'm not down with this. I signed up to help you, but you're doing some real nasty shit now, so we're going to stop. And this person we're trying to stop, he can help you, so we're going to do that. I liked the different approach to it. I thought it was great. It was something I didn't expect. And anytime Marvel's able to do that, I mean, I don't want the same formula every time. Bad guy A versus good guy A until they fight, something happens, the good guy wins. I'm sick of it. Show me something different. That's why I thought Ant-Man and the Wasp right now is up there with Guardians of the Galaxy in terms of good movies and good franchises.
That's crazy.
Especially with Paul Rudd. It's just great. Secret Invasion on Disney Plus coming out 2023 in the spring. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, May 5th, 2023. That is going to apparently focus on Rocket the Raccoon's origins a lot. Apparently, Adam Warlock finally makes an appearance in the MCU. There was footage shown at Comic-Con, but James Gunn feels the visual effects are not ready yet, so he doesn't want to completely release the trailer. I get that.
He said that's a wrap for those guys, he said.
It's a wrap for that version of the Guardians.
Yep.
I think we lose maybe Nebula. I think we definitely lose Drax. That's almost a guarantee that we lose Drax.
I'm pretty sure we're going to lose Chris Pratt as Star-Lord, too.
Have you seen how many Jurassic Parks that guy's made? Mm-hmm. Have you seen how many sequels? He ain't leaving. Why would he go anywhere?
I don't know. I've seen him in the Terminal List. He was amazing in that.
That's what I heard. We need to watch that, by the way.
It was amazing. If you guys have downtime, amazing show.
But yeah,
a little hardcore.
I don't think Chris Pratt's going anywhere. I think we may lose Gamora.
Get rid of Adam Warlock.
Zoe?
Saldana?
Yeah,
I think so. Then we have Marvel's Echo coming out in 2023. It's already been announced that the Kingpin will be back in her show.
Let's go!
Loki Season 2, summer 2023. That one's already started production. That's going to be amazing. The Marvels will be out July 28th, 2023. I'm down. I'm ready to watch it. Ironheart on Disney Plus, fall 2023. Then there's a movie that's coming out November 3rd, 2023, Ryan. Get your dollars ready.
Right here.
Allegedly.
Right there.
It will, oh my God, it will be right there. Blade
Allegedly.
coming out. And then here's the freaking one that I'm seeing, and I see the name of it, and I'm like, I'm so down. Agatha, Coven of Chaos on Disney Plus, winter 2023. Give me all of that.
Does she need her own show?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, she does.
Okay.
Because the actress that plays her is incredible.
I'm not saying she's not talented,
fantastic,
but does that storyline need its own show? Does it really?
The multiverse of chaos and all the stuff that's happening? Yeah, it does. Especially because if you have Agatha and you have her still kicking around, that means there's a Wanda somewhere out there still kicking around. Not to mention, Agatha could eventually bleed into the darker supernatural side of things with people like Blade, or the gentleman who came out and said he wanted to play Ghost Rider, and then Kevin Feige immediately responded and said, I want you to be Ghost Rider too, Mr. Ryan Gosling.
God, Ryan Gosling comes back around.
Yeah,
Daredevil.
but he's not homeless this time.
Yeah. Daredevil, Born Again, spring 2024.
Give me that.
And it's 18 episodes.
Let's go.
Which one?
Daredevil.
And that poster looks amazing, by
Born
the
Again.
way.
The one that you sent me is a fake.
18 episodes, and they're good, solid hour for his.
Oh, they're
usually.
good. Yeah, they're usually really good. I don't think they're going to be an hour each.
Maybe 40
maybe
minutes.
not. Yeah. Captain America: New World Order, May 3rd, 2024.
That's an interesting title.
Did
for
I
a
not
movie.
say that? Okay.
Outside of the stupid
High five.
political bullshit,
High
you
five.
could really take a look at Captain America and the Winter Soldier and see why it would be called New World Order, but that's okay.
Yeah, it isn't a very
It's just an
interesting.
interesting movie title. That's
Yeah.
all we're saying.
No, it's not. You guys are definitely trying to talk political bullshit, and I won't have it.
NWO New World Order.
Thank you. Unless you're talking about WCW, shut up. Thunderbolts.
Ouch.
7/26/2024. Let's go.
We're in timeout.
Thunderbolts
Hey, he didn't mute us though this time, so
Means,
we're not that bad.
means Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross will probably be recast. and
Every
we
time
will
you
see
say
a
that, I
Red
think you're
Hulk.
saying Thaddeus.
Nope.
I'm like, that is such a effed up name.
Thaddeus.
I know. It just
So
doesn't,
the
I don't hear it
Thunderbolts, that
way.
means U.S. Agent, Yelena, Baron Zemo, a lot of the
More Zemo?
Songbird, who is Hawkeye's wife.
Oh yeah.
In the series, that means she would probably be a part of that. There could be a what if about the Thunderbolts where they do the Old Man Logan storyline now.
Whoa.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
Because
there's
the
a lot of stuff
Thunderbolts
coming.
are the key to why the Avengers lose. They're the reason why everything falls apart and Magneto, Kingpin, all these other people take over the United States and leave, and they barter with the Hulk and all that other stuff to make him have all of the Southwest of the United States. Crazy. Then we have Phase 6, which starts off with Fantastic Four.
Yes.
And over a year's period, check this out. So first of all, the Russos are not directing any of the Avengers movies.
Which is okay.
They're not coming back to do that. I get it. They've had enough. It's been a lot of their life to be these movies. And what they've done so far, I get it. Why would you tarnish that? If you've hit a home run that still hasn't landed yet, why would you go swing again?
I'm telling you what, if they don't hit on these movies, they'll be back.
Maybe.
They'll be back.
Phase 6 will end. So that's why I say there are 8 unannounced pictures or projects that are being worked on currently. So the 3 that are announced for Phase 6, Fantastic Four, Avengers, Kang Dynasty. So the Fantastic Four is supposed to be out November 8th, 2024. Kang Dynasty, May 2nd, 2025. Secret Wars, 11/7/2025. So in a year period, we're going to get those 3 movies and probably those other 8 movies that are sprinkled in between.
Oh, there's gonna be that one movie, Blade.
Blade,
That's when it's coming out.
11/23. 11.
here.
Yeah, November 3rd, 2023.
Johnny, it's the easiest dollar I've ever made in my life.
He doesn't think it's coming.
It's not.
It's gonna get delayed.
I'll put 100 that it comes out.
Wow.
Wow, big spender.
No. I'll do 100 to 1 that it comes out.
100 to 1.
100 to 1.
I don't think we can fit 100 crispy dollar bills in this table.
Oh, it'd obviously be $100 bill.
No. It's got to be 100.
100 singles.
She won't allow you to cover her table
I
with
won't-
one.
I won't
the
allow that
table.
either.
We'll just line
We
the
wouldn't be able to
table.
have our alter ego poster, any of our awesome pictures, nothing. It would just be dollar bills.
Hey, you got a ceiling.
Yeah,
Let's
but
do
you
it.
could put them underneath everything. That'd be kind of dope. Nothing but dollar bills.
Talk about
Wow.
strip club scene, huh?
Oh, fair enough.
Jesus. All right, guys, that's going to do it for us here in the Alter Ego Podcast, episode 113. Takeaways. Comic-Con was amazing. Ryan's going to owe me $1. Go check out the Alter Ego Discord. Check out 7 Lamb. You had any questions, alteregopodcast2@gmail.com. We'll see you next week where we are talking about The Boys Season 3.
Season 3.
See you around the bend, boys.
Bye, Auntie.
So good.
Oh, boy. This is where I throw ads if I need too many. How does let the music go?
The music's great.
You know. This episode's brought to you by MeUndies. It's not really, though. MeUndies, though. Alter Ego Podcast 2@gmail.com. Send me some underwear and I'll talk about your shit.